Greetings, everyone. This is the Pentacle and Pentagram. This is an overview of the star and circle. I was working on a different story, and then all of a sudden, Source Energy told me to do something else. Start doing a series on the pentagram, the pentacle, and all the representations of that. So, here's the first video and the overview. The pentagram, just like the Christian cross, the pentagram is being used as a symbol for paganism and witches everywhere. It's been used for thousands of years, and it's thought to have been started back from the Babylonians. I think it might have been even further than that. It's also been called the witch's star and the druid's foot. Huh. Traditionally, it represents the 5 metaphysical elements of the ancients. It points from spirits to earth, air, fire, and water. Alright, on the right is the pentacle, which is a pentagram with a magic circle around it. The pentacle is simply a pentagram with a circle around it. And the symbol is eternity, totality, unity, and it emphasizes interconnectedness of all elements. So everything overlaps each other just a little bit. Again, it's about earth, air, fire, and water. There's a little better picture. It's a protection sigil. We'll get into sigils on a later video. But it's, like I said, it's a symbol for Wiccans, witches, pagans. And when it's worn like a necklace or tattoo, it's also a protection of symbol. Thank you, magicalguidance.com. So here are the different elements and their directions. Air in the east, represented here by the color yellow. Intuition, knowledge, renewal, and change. Going clockwise to the right here, down below is fire, represented here by the color red. It's about passion, inspiration. Again, like I said, it overlaps. Intuition, creativity, and protection. Keep going in the clockwise position here to the earth. Fertility, wealth, abundance, strength, and wisdom. And for me personally, it's about grounding and balance. Moving up to water, healing, expression, peace, and compassion, represented by the color blue. So at the top of the star is spirit, and spirit is the soul, the divine, the mystery. It's the source energy of where everything comes from. You can call it God, you can call it source, you can call it anything you want to. Odin, Zeus. This is where the energy or the vibrations initially start from. And here's what I think is really neat. Is in the middle is the 5 lines, what's called a pentagon. And the pentagon, 5 points right here, you can actually draw a star in the middle of it. Oh, and the star that doesn't get completed means a pack. Moving on. The star inverted is another sect of magic, representing dark magic, or the shadow. And I really don't like how Hollywood has portrayed a lot of this as people of being bloodthirsty or hurt children or animals or... No, that's not really what happens. Many people who practice into the dark side just know themselves. They know their energy. And an entire sect, which I would call Anton LaVey sect, many of them are atheists. And they wouldn't hurt you if it came down to it, unless they had to protect themselves or somebody they love. They wouldn't raise a fist to anybody. Now, is there a small sect out there that's hurt using all these symbols that we're going over to hurt people? More than likely there is. But that segment is so small, if a lot more people just come out of ignorance, they'll just fade into the darkness. So there's many different representations of this. This is the Chinese version. And it's just speaking Chinese to me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But again, you have to start learning your own practice. Learn what these symbols mean. Learn what some of these practices mean. And start incorporating it into yourself. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. You don't have to do anything you don't agree with. But this is a system of finding yourself and who you are as a person and as a spirit on this earth. In later episodes, I'll get into each one of these symbols, like earth, air, fire, and we'll just go into it a little bit more in depth. Like I said, this is an overview. And this is a representation of invoking and banishing using the stars. People will draw a star using thought forms. They'll be putting their intentions into these stars. And then hopefully what they're thinking about will come true, or at least some kind of form of that. And there's let me scratch that. There's a lot of different ways to draw these symbols. Not just one way to do it. And there are many different symbols throughout witchcraft. And it'll be helpful for you to actually learn some of them and actually get in depth with some of them and use some of them in your practice. So your homework tonight, if you choose to do it, is to draw a magic circle around yourself using your finger. You really don't need all these tools. If you have them, use them. If you don't have them, they're not completely necessary. But if you're on the couch, in your bed, wherever you are, just draw a circle around yourself on the floor. And for 10 minutes, imagine this bright light that's just coming right through your skin for everyone to see. You're a bright white light for 10 minutes. So we're entering something new when you do that. Ask yourself, why do you want to be into this practice? And meditate on that. My name's Harley Angel. Like and subscribe my channel.